This is Graham from Knight's Writing Company, and today we're going to take a look at the best fountain pens for under $100. Of course, you've got to remember this is completely subjective. What I like might not be the same as what you like, so I'm going to give you a bunch of different options from a bunch of different manufacturers, and all of these pens are actually really good. It's just a question of which one you prefer. Who's to say which one's best? First off, we have TWSBI with the Diamond 580. And don't forget, TWSBI also have three other fountain pens that are sub $100. We have the Eco, of course, and we have the Mini Vac and the Vac 700R, all of which are exceptional pens for the price. Now, of course, you can see the relative sizes of pens here that I have laid out. We have TWSBI Diamond 580 here. This is a navy blue version. We have the Vac 700R here, which we also have the Eco here, and we have Mini Vac here. Now the Eco and the 580 are piston fillers, whereby you turn the top of the pen and the piston goes down, pull it back up again and fills with ink. And the Vac 700R and Mini are plunger fillers. So if I get rid of these guys here for the moment and give you an example here, this pen, the Vac 700, has a really interesting barrel shape. Actually, I do like it very much. So unscrew the top, plunge it down, and the pen will fill with ink. Clean it off and you're ready to write. Now each of these pens also has beautiful JoWo nibs, slightly different sizes on the pens, but they all perform and write the same way, and they're absolutely spectacular. And here's just a closer look at the Diamond 580. Absolutely beautiful pen. I love the nib section here, and the whole barrel, the thickness, the quality of it feels really, really good. I love the cap as well. It's a gorgeous little pen. Next, we have the Lamy CP1. And of course, we all know the Safari and the AL Star, but Lamy actually have a number of fountain pens that are of a premium range, slightly more expensive, and the CP1 is one of those. Nice writer, interesting pen, and is sure to turn heads. The CP1 is approximately the same length as Lamy Safari, and it also does come with a converter as well as a cartridge. The pen itself is a metal-bodied pen, so it doesn't feel quite as plastic as the Lamy Safari either. I don't think you'll be able to see this on camera, but the nib on the CP1 is a little bit thinner than that of the Safari, and generally it feels like a much higher quality pen. Next up on my list is the Kaweco Student. You may be familiar with the Kaweco Sport or the AL Sport, but take a look at the Student if you have time, because it's a full-size pen and it's an extremely solid, reliable writer. I absolutely adore the Kaweco packaging, and in fact the Student comes in this beautiful tin. If I crack that open and take out the pen. Now Student itself, this is a transparent version, but it comes in a number of different colors. The Student itself, it just feels really solid. I mean, it really does. It's a really nice pen. Let me just grab a Lamy Safari. Again, if I compare the Student with a Lamy Safari, you'll see it's a little bit shorter there. It's a transparent pen that takes international standard cartridges, and you can also use a full-size converter, which Kaweco have. It has a lovely sort of retro clip and a nice insignia on the end there. And of course it has the Kaweco Bock nib. Now we've already mentioned the TWSBIs use JoWo. Kaweco uses Bock, but the nibs are equally as good. And in fact, this pen is really nice to write with. What can you say about the next pen on my list? It's the Pilot Metropolitan, and at the price, it's pretty wow. This is the Pilot Metropolitan Retro Pop, which if you'd seen a previous video that I did on the Metropolitan, you'll know how much I love them, and also from the comments how much other people love them as well. Pilot's a Japanese company. The pen has a metal body but a plastic nib section. Absolutely wonderful nib actually for the price, and it also has this rather interesting squeeze converter inside for sucking up the ink. And of course you can always use Pilot cartridges as well. The shape of the pen is nice. The feel is extremely solid, and it just feels like it's in a class on its own for the price. In terms of length, let's put my Lamy Safari down there again. A little bit shorter than the Safari, but it does have this beautiful shape to it as well, and perhaps the pen's slightly thinner than the Safari also. And last but not least, I'm going to include the Parker IM, which was reissued again in 2021 along with the Parker 51. The Parker IM is a lower cost pen than the 51, but it has the same Parker reliability that we used to, so it's definitely worth taking a look at. Now, Parker pens have been extremely popular for a good reason. They're extremely reliable pens, and they're a world-famous company that's got a great long history. The IM is a low-cost pen. It's a metal body pen with a plastic nib section. It has this wonderful black Parker nib also. The usual Parker clip with the arrow and the feather here. And, you know, for the price, they're a classy looking pen. I would definitely give them a look. Now, one thing to note is they do use proprietary cartridges and converters, the Parker ones. You can't use international standard, but you can use the converter for bottled ink if you wanted a choice of colors. Otherwise, Parker Quink cartridges. Leave a comment below and tell us what's your best fountain pen for under $100. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do like our videos, please hit the subscribe button below, and you can find us at www.nightwriting.ca. I'll see you next time.